Our first song, our song we're going to do today, do you guys remember Mercy is Falling? Yes, no, you just have to nod. Yes, oh, Kara says yes. So it goes, mercy is falling, is falling, is falling. Mercy is falling like a sweet spring rain. Mercy is falling, it's falling all over me and you, and you, and you, and you. And then we sing that again. And then we do the, and you're gonna have to stand up for this. We do the, hey, oh, I receive your mercy. Hey, yo, I receive your grace. Hey, yo, and then I gotta see your best dance. I will dance forevermore. That's what? We've done this a few times, so you might remember it once we get started. Okay? So make sure you stand up. There we go. All right, my guitar strap came off. All right, here we go. And if you don't know it right away, we'll sing the Mercy is Falling twice. Oh, here. And I'll get the words up for you. How about that? There it is. All right. Now can you see them? You'll just have to nod if you can see them or wave. Yep. Okay. Mercy is falling. Here we go. Mercy is falling, is falling, is falling. Mercy is falling like a sweet spring rain. Mercy is falling all over me. And you, and you, and you, and you. Mercy, mercy is falling, is falling, is falling. Mercy is falling like a sweet spring rain. Mercy is falling all over me. And you, and you, and you, and you. All right, let's see you really jump high with hey oh. Here we go. Hey oh, I receive your mercy. Hey oh, I receive your grace. Hey oh, best dance. I will dance forevermore. What? Hey oh. Hey oh, I receive your mercy. Hey oh, I receive your grace. Hey oh, I will dance forevermore. What? Mercy, mercy is falling, it's falling, it's falling. Mercy is falling like a sweet spring rain. Mercy is falling all over me. And you, and you, and you, and you. Mercy, mercy is falling, it's falling, it's falling. Mercy is falling like a sweet spring rain. Mercy is falling all over me. And you, and you, and you, and you. Hey oh. Hey oh, I receive your mercy. Hey oh, I receive your grace. Hey oh, I will dance forevermore. What? One more time. Hey oh. Hey oh, I receive your mercy. Hey oh, I receive your grace. Hey oh, I will dance forevermore. What? Oh, I love the dancing. That was so great. All right. Now, get rid of that. Okay. I'm going to unmute you all, I hope, except for those of you that were already muted, that muted yourself. If you want, you can unmute. I think there's just a few of us.
Unmute. Okay, we're on mute. We're on mute.
So that you can talk. All right, Miss Linnea, turn around. I can't see you.
I can't even see her because we don't have enough room.
Yeah, you can't see everybody on your screen.
Because we don't have enough room.
All right.
The grandma's coming over.
Okay. Sometimes I'm going to see. We're going to do a little test this morning. How many of you are really good at listening?
I'm pretty good.
We're going to test and see how well you can listen. Okay? I have some sounds. I'm going to make some sounds and see if you can tell me what these, I hope you can hear them. See if you can tell me what these sounds are.
Ours or other things.
Can you hear it?
I don't know.
Anybody have a guess?
Tambourine, maybe? No.
Coins?
Coins? Beads?
Coins.
Coins!
Coins. All right, how about this one? This one I'm sure you'll be able to hear.
A straw. Walkie-talkie? A straw. A truck. A firefighter truck.
Oh, good job, Kara. Fire. Nice. All right, how about this one? Any guesses?
Train? Train? Tambourine.
Tambourine?
Yeah.
Okay, that one might be too hard. All right, how about this one?
Walkie-talkie. Maybe like a walkie-talkie? Walkie-talkie?
Ooh, walkie-talkie's a good guess. Very close. They make the same sound.
Phone?
So a radio.
A radio.
Static from a radio. All right. All right, this one. Let's try this one. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this one. Can you hear this one?
Paper.
Paper? Paper. Crumpling.
Very good. Paper. All right, you guys did really good. You have very good listening. Our story today is all about listening. And I'm going to bet that you have never heard this story before. Raise your hand if you have heard the story of Balaam and his donkey.
I heard it. Oh, I don't know. I think I might have
You don't
heard
hear the story of Balaam and his donkey very much. I got my donkey ears. I'm ready for the story.
Here,
Okay.
Oh, I know this.
You do?
I know that.
Well, Balaam's story is about listening to God. And Balaam was a prophet. Does anybody know what a prophet is?
No. What? Prophet.
A prophet. We have some prophets in the Bible. These things, okay, they don't stay on very well. Prophets in the Bible help to tell a story about something that, and tell of something that might happen, or to straighten people out if they're going a way God doesn't want them to go. Well, I'm going to read you a story about Balaam and his donkey. There is something really funny that happens in this story that you would never expect. So you have to listen and see if you can hear what that is. Once there was a powerful man named Balaam who was like the king's speaker. He spoke for the king. And whenever Balaam said something good, good things would happen, like they should. But whenever Balaam said something bad, bad things would happen. Well, the king was scared of the people of God because there were so many of them. He was scared of them. He was worried about what they might do. So the king sent Balaam to the people of God, and he wanted Balaam to say bad things about them so that the bad things would happen to the people of God. Does that sound very nice? Remember how we talked about saying kind things yesterday? Well, it doesn't sound like the king wanted Balaam to say some very kind things. He wanted him to say very bad things, things that would make the people get hurt. So, but before Balaam left, God spoke to Balaam and told him not to go. God said that his people were blessed and only good things should happen to God's people. Well, Balaam didn't listen. Balaam didn't listen to God and got on his donkey and went traveling to the land where the people were, where God's people were. And then a funny thing happened. God wanted Balaam to turn around. So what do you think God did? Any guesses? God wanted to talk to Balaam. How do you think he would talk to him? I know, that's the hard one. God used lots of different ways to talk to people in the Bible. A burning bush, he talked to Moses. So he used some really strange ways. Well, God didn't want Balaam to talk, because if Balaam talked, then bad things happen. So he didn't want Balaam to talk. So God sent an angel to stand on the road and to block the way. But only the donkey was able to see the angel. So the donkey stopped. And as the donkey stopped, Balaam was getting really mad. Do you think Balaam would get mad if his donkey wouldn't keep going? He tried so hard to get his donkey to keep going, but the donkey saw the angel, so he didn't want to move. And Balaam kept trying. And the second time the angel appeared, the donkey shook with fear. He was so scared. He didn't know what was going on. But Balaam couldn't see the angel, so he ordered the donkey to keep going. Finally, God decided to do something different. God was going to give Balaam an announcement. This is the funny part. Did you know the Bible could be funny? The donkey turned to face Balaam and looked at him with eyes like an angry mom. Then out of the donkey's mouth, God said, "It's time to turn around and not say anything bad." What would you do if a donkey started talking to you? Isn't that so silly? Balaam knew these words must be from God. So he did as God said and turned his donkey around. So was Balaam very good at listening to God? A bunch of you are muted, so you have to unmute if you want to talk. I unmuted you, so you'll have to unmute yourselves.
Sort of.
Sort of, yeah. Sort of is a good answer. He didn't start out so good, did he? He didn't listen very well to begin with. No, it took him a while.
No.
God had to use a donkey to get Balaam's attention. What do you think God could use to get our attention?
Another donkey?
Another donkey? Think God will send a donkey to talk to you? Would you listen to a donkey?
I don't know. It depends if I even believe it or not. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, it depends if it's a llama or not.
Yeah. Who do you think God sends now to talk to us?
I don't know.
Who tells us important words from God?
Jesus?
Do we see Jesus?
Yeah. Yeah. Liam did.
Liam did?
Yeah. Well, no. I don't know who did.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about, remember when we used to go to church?
Yeah.
How do you, now we have to watch it on TV. Now you can watch it on TV, but who tells you about God? On the TV, on your computer, or when we went to church?
Pastor Taryn.
Pastor Taryn is one person that can tell us about God. She's not the only one. There are lots of people, but God still uses people to talk about God. He doesn't use donkeys so much.
Who tells you about God at Sunday school?
Who tells you about God at Sunday school, Pastor Taryn asked?
Stacy's in the whole church.
Okay, sometimes Stacy, yeah, sometimes I do.
Who
You
tells
have
you
other
about
Sundays?
God at home? Hopefully mom and dad, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, mom and dad.
Mom and dad, maybe, yeah, mom and dad. So there's lots of people.
Yeah.
Hopefully you have a few people in your life that tell you about God. All right, we're gonna try that listening thing again. So this time I'm gonna play some music and you're gonna have to dance. And then when I stop, you gotta freeze, okay?
Freeze dance.
Freeze dance, exactly. Let's see how well you do. See, you're dancing. Oh, good freezing. Let's try it again.
I'm feeling good, good, good in a crazy way. God's love changed me more than I can say.
All right. Oh, good. Let's try it one more time. Let's see really great dancing this time. I never know what I'm going to get when I press play. It starts over sometimes. Oh, that was some really good dancing and good freezing. Nice work. So, just like in Balaam, if we're able to stop when God talks, stop and listen for God, God has all sorts of important stuff that we can tell him. We can pray and talk to God and listen to God through prayer. We can stop and take time out of our day and freeze and watch worship on TV, right? And listen for God. We can stop right before we have dinner or supper, right? Do we stop and freeze for a little bit and thank God for giving us food? How many of you guys say grace? We say grace once in a while before meals. We stop, we freeze, we listen for God, and we thank God. So remember today for our Bible lesson that God, even though God told Balaam to go and do what God wanted to, he didn't listen. Sometimes God has to get our attention in different ways. So we have to be open to how God is talking to us. So listen for God throughout the day. Remember to do your activities. Listen for what God is doing while you do your activities. And remember Balaam. So let's close in prayer. Repeat after me. Dear God.
Dear God.
We live in a noisy world.
We live in a noisy world.
Help us to listen for you.
Help us to listen for you.
And thank you.
And thank you
For giving us people
for giving us people
to help us learn about you.
learn about you.
And all God's people said, Amen. All right. Here, so you have a few things you can do today to learn about Balaam. The craft is making a donkey, a listening donkey. You have a paper plate.
Fall over. Please do
And
not
you'll
sit on
cut out some eyes, cut out a mouth. You have yarn. You can cut into little pieces to put for the hair, little hair for the donkey. You have a pattern. You can cut out your pattern to make nostrils and the ears. And here's a tip. Here's a little tip. You don't have to cut out both of them. You can just cut out one ear and one nostril and make two on your paper. There's a tip. Have one person and share your patterns. So that's your donkey. And you also have a piece of elastic.
I can't see you.
You can.
There we go.
And then our community craft, we are recycling old t-shirts. So y'all got one of these lovely t-shirts from Thrivent. It has so many. Turn it inside out, cut off the neck, cut off the arms, and all of a sudden you have two handles. Uh-oh, but things could fall through your bag. So you are going to, at the bottom, draw a line across the bottom, fold it in half, draw a line across the bottom, and then you're going to make cuts up to that line. Where'd my scissors go? So if you lay it flat, that would work much better than trying to hold it up like I am, but you're going to cut like so down to your line. So you're going to down to, and then you're going to take your ties and tie the front and the back together. Okay, it doesn't sound too hard yet. Okay, here's the trick. Because because you don't want these little holes in your bag, if you take your other ties and then tie them next to each other, you'll get rid of some of the holes in your bags. Does that make sense? And then when you're done, you can turn it inside out and you'll have a repurposed bag. Instead of throwing out that old t-shirt, you'll have a bag with stuff that you can put in. Look at that. Okay, have fun with your crafts and remember to listen to God today. Thanks for coming. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye. One more day. See you tomorrow. Think about the funny donkey today.
No,